What's up, y'all? 20 days back here again, man. Been a few days since I recorded a video. Had some things come up, but we back on now, man. We back to catching better setups. I'm gonna be honest. Last week I was still trading. I was definitely getting cooked though. I'm gonna go over all of that though in a minute. But I'm back. New week, better setups. You know what I'm saying? Had to change it up a little bit this week. My 3-step model has been performing just outside my session time, so I really don't be getting setups. If I do, it's like a crazy manipulation candle or something that would cause me to lose. Like I'll get an entry, price will wake up heavy, and then shoot all the way down. I'd be like, bro, what was that? But anyways, I did take a gold trade last night, and I definitely got break even. Only made like $32 on it. I caught it a day. I didn't trade the morning because, as you can see, that happened right there. I was like, I'm not even finna do it. So I just got off the charts, minding my business. But the trade I took last night, I was watching the charts here, and as I'm looking at it, I do like the fact that we retraced all the way up here into our area of interest. So all of this right here, from this 0.79%, 0.62 is the area of interest. What do I do now? I go to the higher time frame and I see what is in this area of interest. Well, so far we have a 1 hour order block or supply zone, whatever you want to call it. But I don't really care too much about that. I want to see more in-depth areas, right? What do we see? We see a 30-minute fair value gap here and here. So now we're going to go to the 15-minute, see more in-depth of what we're looking at. So the one thing I do like the most out of this is this 15-minute fair value gap. I want to see price go inside of it and then reject immediately to continue down, right? That's what I was waiting on, and that's what ended up happening. We went inside of it. We instantly started rejecting. What are we missing? The inverse. The inverse is way down here the one I would be looking at. I'm not taking that at all. But I do like how everything else played out. We just missing the inverse. We had a 13 EMA break, and everything seemed perfect in the line. So, but since it wasn't my strategy, I went very light, and I was willing to go break even very quick. So what happened? Price moved down a little bit. I was like, okay, that's over a 1-on-1 already. We can go ahead and go break even. What happened? Price ran back up, and what happened after that? Price ended up running back down all the way to full TP. And that was last night's trade. I got break even. I didn't really care too much. Like I said, it wasn't my strategy. My goal wasn't to sit there and go for full TP. I honestly just wanted to go for like a good 1 or 2 or something. But that's fine. I didn't really care too much. And then there was tonight's trade. Tonight's trade was pretty different. Also not my 3-step model, but it definitely ended up playing out. As you see, it did play out on silver. Oh, let's see. What was that night right here at 9:20? This was it right here on silver. We had this gap, and this is the same trade from last night. We ended up closing above, depending on where you kept your stop loss at. Hold on. Yeah, depending on where you kept your stop loss at, usually I keep mine somewhere like above the candle open or close. And the trade ended up playing out, but the stop loss was real massive on silver, so that's why I didn't like it on silver. Now, look at this banger, though. Like, silver give bangers always outside of my session, and I'm starting to get aggravated with silver. But enough about that. Let's get into tonight's trade. Tonight's trade was pretty different. I'm going to go over why I took it and why I analyzed it the way I did. So first things first, I'm looking at price. I'm watching it. And as I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I want to see a pullback at some point. We don't ever get it, though. And as I'm trying to measure the amount that I would be trading, I accidentally entered one contract with silver. And it didn't go nowhere for real. I think I only ended up with like, $18 profit. Like I didn't mean to enter it. So that ended up being one execution. And then as I'm waiting on it, I'm like, okay, these are 2 areas of interest I'm looking at. This New York lunch low and this liquidity low down here, which is also equal lows. So I'm like, okay, I want to see this get hit. But it's a high chance we're probably not going to pull back way up here. So what do? I mark out a key level where price could temporarily pull back. What do we have here? A 5-minute order block or supply zone, whatever you want to call it. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for price to pull back. Now, this strategy here, I learned from Doyle, but I still implemented it in my own way, all right? So on the 15-minute, we have a 15-minute gap here that's holding. I like that as well. So we have multiple gaps here that's holding, prices rejecting, and I want to see these equal lows get hit. So with that being said, we hit all those things. You drop down on the 1 minute, and you take your fib from that high to the low. We had a clean pullback as well. So now I'm checking a 3-minute as well to make sure everything is lining up. We got a 3-minute inverse. So I went on the 5 minute. I liked the way it was dumping. I entered here, and my stop loss was actually pretty tight. It was like right around here, and my target was these New York AM lows down here. Now, this is what the original trade was supposed to look like. I ended up scaling in, adding into the trade. My entry ended up being around there, and my target was simply just a few ticks below here. But I am in 2 contracts. So this is the area I ended up getting out of, like right around there. I'm already I'm not in any type of profit. So I ended up getting out right around here. What happened? Price ended up moving a little bit. And in this candle, I'm gonna go back one more time. In this candle, I entered, and as it was moving, we ended up wicking way up here. Mind you, I ended up moving my stop loss right above the inverse. So that is my stop loss currently on this current candle. The candle is moving up. Let me see if it can show it on the 1 minute. So the candle was moving up. It got very close, came down. What did the next candle do? Shoot all the way up, came down. What did the next candle do? Get even closer, right there, and it instantly started flowing down. I was like, oh yeah. Once I saw that instant rejection and we closed like that, I was like, this trade is probably gonna be a banger. So what happened? I was just chilling the trade. I was chilling my stops. It wicked up pretty hard. It took me out. So I ended up with about $750 profit, and I could have held and got a cool $1,500 day. I didn't, but it's fine though, cause I'm just glad to be making something back. Hold on. Sorry. But that was that trade for tonight. And last week, let me see if I can go for one of my losing trades from last week. This was a setup, but I didn't trade on this day. Let me see. I think it was Wednesday. Wednesday night was the last day I traded. Let me see. 8 p.m. I don't like this PA. I don't think I traded during this. Actually, I did. I take that back. I did. This was terrible PA. I don't know why I took this. I basically took this buy right here. Now, that is on me. This is not a high quality setup. I don't know what I was doing, but that was a terrible trade. That was not a high quality setup at all. I don't know why I took that, but that was a stupid L I took. And now I'm going to get into the, let me see. I'm going to go in and show you guys my dashboard and stuff. Here's my dashboard. Here's all the trades I took last week. Here's that L I took, the break even I showed you guys from yesterday, and the trade I had today. So that pretty much is everything. This is what it looks like so far. Like I said, this is the longest I've ever had a eval. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm still on here, but I'm blessed to not just be blowing accounts and staying disciplined on it. So far I'm getting back up. Like what it says right here, $1,100. If I can get an $1,100 day, hey, we'll be funded, bro. Finally. But I was up $1,100 tonight too. I just didn't close. It ended up stopping me in profit. I just never closed. But I'm very grateful to still have this account. I'm very grateful that I was able to stay disciplined through all the losses I was having. I'm just very grateful for all of it, honestly. But that's all for day 12. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Thank you for watching.